Okay, so hope you enjoyed the makeup side of this tutorial. So I'm going to show you how to tie like a small one, because obviously as a wedding guest you don't want your head tie to be too extravagant, because you know obviously you're not the bride or the celebrant or anything like that, but obviously you do want to look nice. I'm going to tie this gele here for it. So this is quite a small one, so it's quite small in width. Yeah, it's not too long either, so it's quite a small one to be honest. So it's perfect for like just a standard gele size if you're a wedding guest. Obviously if you're a bride or a celebrant, you definitely want to get a full head tie so you can get, you know, that real nice pleat and that really nice kind of like rounded shape. I've got a couple of tutorials on this, so I'm sure you've seen this before, but I'll talk you through it again anyway. So what you want to do is just fold one side like this, okay? So you want to just fold it over about a centimetre or 2 is enough. You definitely don't want it to be more than 2 centimetres, just kind of like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to do it all the way kind of to the end. So for this tutorial, I'm actually going to take off my wig, okay? I'm going to close the back of this particular gele today, so which I do have a tutorial on that, on how to close off the back. I'll link all my tutorials in the description bar below, so don't worry. I showcase Sego, how to close the back, everything like that. Just because also a lot of people wear wigs these days, you know, it's a wig situation for the most part for most ladies. Like, you know, don't be shy, you know how it is, it's a wig, it's okay. So most of the time you don't want to wear your wig under your head tie because maybe it's a bit uncomfortable or something like that. So I'm actually going to take my wig off. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm not showing you under my head, guys, because girl, you don't want to see that. Like, people do ask me like, oh, how do you measure it? You just kind of have to use your eye to kind of gauge it and just kind of see where you kind of need to how long it needs to be on this side. But 2/3 on this side and 1/3 of this side. Just kind of play around. You can shift it a bit until you're happy. I'm just going to check that I'm happy with this. I think I'm kind of happy with it over there. Okay, so obviously the side that you folded, this is underneath here, so you folded this bit, so this side here should be nice and straight. Okay, so then what you want to do, this is quite noisy, so sorry if I start shouting, guys, because I can't hear myself speak when it's moving around. Okay, so what you want to do is get your hand in here and just kind of grab onto the that shorter side, and you want to just pull it. Okay, remove your earrings if it kind of gets in the way, and you can put your earrings on after. I think I might remove mine. So you're grabbing onto that shorter side right there, okay, and then you're really holding onto it and pulling it. Okay, make sure it's over your ears. Yeah, make sure it's over your ears. Sorry if I keep looking that way, I'm just looking at the bigger mirror. I've got a small mirror in front of me, but sometimes I need to look at the bigger one just to see what I'm doing. Okay, so you're pulling onto that side, and then you're pulling on. So, oh, sorry. So the longer side is coming underneath, by the way. So shorter side on top, longer side comes right underneath, okay? And you're pulling onto that short side, okay? And as you're pulling onto that side, you're pulling onto this longer side as well. So you then want to bring this around, okay? And you're still pulling onto the side, guys, and then bring it around, okay? So when you get about halfway to the top, you can then let go of that side. It should be secure enough for you to let it go, okay? So now we're here, okay? So this is now where you want to start your pleating. So just pull. This is where we folded it underneath before, as you can see, and that basically just needs to sit like so. Okay, so that's why you fold it, because obviously you don't want the ends to be sticking out. You want it to sit nicely here. And you would notice once you bring it round, you actually see that some pleats actually just start to form for you. Okay, so you can use that as kind of like a beginning and a guideline as to kind of like how you're going to start your pleats. Okay, right, so to do the pleats, you want to get your finger into the back, so you want to make sure you're pulling onto this side. Make sure you're not letting this side go, because you need to hold onto it, because everything will unravel. Okay, so make sure you just holding onto this side, and your free hand here, which is my right hand, I am now getting my finger in, okay, and you literally want to start from the back, literally from about here, and then you're starting to do your pleat from one end to the other. Okay, so get your finger in, can be a bit tricky, just be patient with it. Okay, as you can see, and then just join it to your other hand here. Okay, so you can see you've got one pleat done. Okay, and you literally have to do that. So just do it a couple times, maybe about 5 or 6 times if you can manage. Okay, just take your time with it. It can be a bit tricky. Don't rush it. This is the part where, to be honest, you need to just take your time and make sure that you're, I know I keep saying this, but it's so important so that you're pulling this side as you're doing this, because honestly if you let it go, it's all going to get loose and unravel. Okay, so we've got another pleat there. Okay, so we're good there. So you've got some nice pleats there. Okay, so, and this is the excess that you've got here. Okay, so now it's time to tie it. So what you want to do is just going to move back so you can see. Just get your hand like this, and then just hold on to it, and then just push your fingers through into the middle and just kind of scrunch on it, making sure that you're holding everything nice and tight, and then just grab onto the end of it. Okay, and you can just pull some of that fabric in like that. Like that. Okay, and then you just want to do the same onto the other side. Just hold onto the fabric like this, just get your hands through into the middle and just hold everything. So now you've got your 2 sides. Okay, and then you just want to tie it in. Okay, so you're pushing, I'm going to try to show you. So you're pushing this side up here, so this side, it then goes in. Okay, and then you just tighten it. Okay, so obviously when you tighten it, you're tightening it the way, obviously as tight as you want it, of course, and then just double tie it again, and then just, you might still find that you have some excess fabric, and just triple tie it basically. Most of the time you do have to triple tie it. Okay, so you've tied it now, so it should be nice and tight. So then what you want to do first is you want to push it back, okay, to where you want it to be, and I'm just going to pull it out. Okay, make sure you're doing it from the bottom. Okay, and just be careful with it. So you just pull this out, because this is basically going to form the other side, and you want to do the same on this side as well. You just want to pull out the fabric, because that's what you're going to, that's going to give you a nice rounded shape. Okay, obviously you don't want it to be too much, but just enough. So then you just want to adjust your pleats, just kind of give it a nice space between each other, and then just pull out the excess fabric like so. You pull that side out, you pull this side out, so that gives you the nice rounded shape, because when you don't close off the back actually gives you the other side, and this gives you one side, if that makes sense. But if you actually want to close the back, if you don't want to wear your hair, if you don't want to wear your wig or whatever, then obviously this is the way you do it, because then this means that the front part has to give you the whole rounded shape, and this is the way a lot of people do it. Okay, so you've got some nice pleats in there. It's a small gele, so you're not going to get crazy amount, but you can get, you've got some nice ones in there, and you basically just finish it off. Really push it back just a bit more, just so a little bit of my baby hairs are showing in there, and that's, yeah. So the front, you know, it's pretty simple. You don't have to do too much manipulating, because it's such a small gele, and obviously you've taken your time in the beginning to do a few pleats in there and all that kind of stuff, so you've got a nice shape. Okay, so now we still need to deal with the back. The one that I did in the other tutorial, it was quite a long one, so I had to actually untie it and tuck it in. But with this one, I'm actually going to just use some pins and just pin it down at the back. Okay, I'm just going to use these kind of like regular pins here like that, if you can see. Why do I keep falling for this kind of version? What is wrong with you? Can't you see my love in no lie? Okay, so that is nice and closed. I'm ready to slay at the party. And obviously with gele, you know, after you're done, you might need to, for the most part, you probably will need to touch up your forehead, because, you know, sometimes the makeup does kind of rub off. Put my earrings back on, of course. You know, you're a guest, but you can still slay. Like, you can even slay with a small head tie. Like, your head tie doesn't, like, I think in our tradition, like when I do head tie for older ladies, they want their head tie to be up here. They're like, please, I want my head tie to stand. I want it to be up here. And you're just thinking to yourself, it doesn't need to be up there. Like, literally, like, it can slay even when it's small, honey. I really love this look, and I actually really enjoyed filming this video. The makeup, the head tie, everything. I really enjoyed it, guys, and I hope you did too. If you did, of course, please thumbs me up, like thumbs up, don't be shy, and subscribe as well. And sorry, I'm just checking myself out, honey. Subscribe, thumbs up, and I will see you on my next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. You just gotta stand out. So yeah, gotta make sure you have that glow.